All right. C1x Road to launch, day 44. Let me plug my phone in real quick. Actually, I don't even need to. Got it. All right. First things first. Whoa. Hate that. Sorry, I started this. I don't know if I was actually quite ready to start recording. I just had the software up, so I hit the button. Displays. Range. There we go. All right, give me the button back. All right. Interesting intro, I know. Okay. I ended up running around quite a bit today, so the things I said I was going to do at the end of the last video, off video, I didn't get to. So we're going to do them now. And then hopefully some coding too. So first thing, this was my spreadsheet for creating global courses. Fairly simple. The idea is that I've got to type in the course name, location, a difficulty from 0 to 5, just like how the app works. That's what this slider is based off of, is a scale from 0 to 5. And then the partner distance for each hole. And then it produces everything else in the format I need. The issue is that I'm missing some information. So let's add a row above. And this will say tournament name. Tournament name, course name. Let's add a row above. Let's go division. Then I have location, pars, distance, whole average, difficulty factor, all going to stay the same. Unit's going to stay the same. Row above, give me a tag, and then give me order. Okay, so I'm going to have to mess with this formula a little bit. Let's copy. Nope. I like the way this is formatted, and I would like for it to do something similar. All right, let's clearly ill prepared, just pulling up my email as well. Let's get ChatGPT open here. The below formula produces a JSON string for my app. I need this to be updated to start with tournament name, then do course name, and then what do we have? Then do division, and then add tag and order on the end. The 4 values I'm adding all correspond to the value in a specific cell. Yeah, just give me the whole thing here. And then I'll go update. Shoot. All right. That's actually pretty good. 2, 3, location, pars, distances, whole averages, difficulty, unit, tag, and info. Pretty much right. All right. We do need to change what these are, though. Not a checkbox. Tag here is just going to be, I guess, what is this one? Just automatic. Yeah. We'll go automatic. And I'll do the same thing. It's a number, really. Let's just tag it with tour right now. In case there's any issues with me tagging it DGPT. I don't know why there would be. But... All right, let's say, because I don't need to do this for every single one of them. All of the below ties are correct, and this works as intended. I may have cases where I use a different format, which would be identical to the first string I copied. How do I set this up so that if tournament name, if the cells tied to vision tag and order are blank, they aren't included. All right, let's try this. It is not working. Oh. Is that because I'm missing the starting point of this? Copy code. Course location. If I take these out, then I get course unit feet, Sweden pars, distances. So it seems like that's going to work. I mean, it's going to be annoying. I could just do this all manually again. I don't really want to. But this should... So like here, I forget what the course name is for the Swedish Open, but we'll just call it test course for right now. This would become Swedish Open. This would be FPO. Division FPO. Perfect. All right, tag is tour. Order is 1. Cool, 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 cool. All right, so that's pretty good. I can use that moving forward to put things in the right format for either the tour global course list or just the regular global list. But now what I need to do is put all of these in the right format. Which will be a bit annoying. Not gonna lie. But I didn't think it through. So that's what I have to do. Let's copy. All right. So global list is going to stay the same right here. And then here is where all this is going to go. This actually might just be easier to do in the spreadsheet. kind of sucks, but I think because if I go into the spreadsheet, type the information in, I'm gonna have to retype in the course distances, course pars. I can just, you know, have this up next to it while I type them in. But otherwise, I'm gonna have to go in here, enter, tab stuff out, then I'm gonna have to add fields to it. I would rather just get a clean copy like this of the right format, and then with the right structure at least, and then go through and format it. Because I wonder too if I like format selection. Yeah, I don't want it to do that with the pars and distances. Okay. So I think I'm gonna do this. This is gonna be kind of painful, but I don't have a good idea of an alternative. All right. Print flight open. Olympus disc golf course. MPO. Florida. Am I 052 4.8? Yeah, there we go. Feet. I'm gonna have to maybe guess on some of those, which is just gonna be a blast. 3, 4. I mean, this is gonna be painful. I can't do it, obviously. I don't even think I can get ChatGPT to convert it to, because some of it, like the tournament name, is just not even information I have in the current structure. But like I do that, and that's the right structure there. So if I copy this, and then we do that. Oh, it's missing the freaking bracket. Dang it. Dang it. There we go. Is that correct? Like if we go Supreme, well, we can go pull this up. I don't even know if this lists the courses. Supreme Flight Open, I don't think it does. I can just do this though, and we can go 2025. If I open this up, what are we calling the course? Just Olympus. We'll go Olympus DGC. That's fine. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna have to do there. I will not do that on video. That would be what else do I have to do though, actually? What else do I have to do? Global courses, I wanted to spend a little time figuring out what additional data I could track. PO 28. All right. Parse here. Yeah, this is kind of annoying because I also had the course info up just to verify total par counts, make sure that I wasn't missing anything, but yeah, okay. Okay. So that's those two. I just unfortunately don't think I have a better way to go about that right now. Obviously, for new courses that I add, I can keep them in this format, and that's pretty easy for me to enter just per course. It's annoying to do this again, but what just changed? Oh, I clicked that. Okay. Oh, that's not where I wanted it. Texas. Difficulty 0.48, so 4.7, 4.6. I think the course name was Sprinkle Valley. But this is where I need to pull these up. Sprinkle Valley. All right. MPO Texas tour. The order I'll change later. Now I go all the way back. anybody's actually watching this, you should skip ahead. This isn't worth it. Is not worth it. FPO. Two, four. I am so nervous that I'm typing these wrong. Typing in for the wrong one. Okay. Two down. Now we've got Harvey Pinnock. Harvey Pinnock. Harvey. PO. I think I graded them the same. They're all, this doesn't really change too much in C1x. They're all just hard. 4.6. All right. Okay. Good. And if I'm adding a new course from scratch, I'd basically be doing the exact same thing. But I'd have the caddy book up for the course, where they have generally the full score sheet. And I would only do it once, whereas this is my second time doing this for all these courses, which is lovely. Very excited about that. know that course name because I played that tournament. 5.2, 4.8. Might also end up building out a component in my spreadsheet where I can copy something that's already in this structure, and then it'll auto-populate the table, just so when I inevitably have to make changes to these for next year's Pro Tour or something, they change the course a little bit. It won't take me forever. MPO, MO, 4.8. I think we're good there. PO. It's easy to see when I missed a whole digit. Hopefully there are many typos. Typically when I'm doing this from like a Pro Tour caddy book, they always list the total par and distance out as well, so I can always check. That's why I have these two cells. I can check those values. Just to make sure I didn't have any typos. 3.6. So I think this is good now. Okay. Done with KC wide open. Now we're on to the OTB open. PO. In California. What I am blanking on what the name of that course is. Stockton, right? Is it just called Stockton? No, Swenson Park. It's in Stockton. In Stockton, California. Swenson Park. Okay. Swenson Park. MPO, California. That's the right value there. Okay. FPO. Okay. And those pars. Okay. Done with the OTB open. Oh, this is painful. It is. It is painful. I don't think there's really much else of value for me to do right now. I could spend a little time thinking about that data analysis, what else I want to gather. But outside of that, the only thing is these global courses. And I can't really, I would like to just have the data in there so I can visualize where it's going to go as opposed to just putting placeholders. Let's do the Northwest Championship, then we'll take a break, jump over to the data side. Northwest Championship. Milo McIver. I will verify that I'm spelling that right. Milo McIver. NPO Oregon. My difficulty was 0.48. Yeah. All right. Now course pars. Okay. Oregon. Good there. I'm going to go FPO 0.24. Let's try. Yep. Okay. I don't think there was a single course where the pars were all the same. Close, but okay. Oops. All right, and then Glendovier East. exact same, so this is going to be 4.6 MPO. Let's go get rid of these two. All right, and then for Glenvere East, get that. Okay. Copy. Oops. All right, and then FPO, this is 3.4. And then parse here. Looks like I'm getting pretty close, and there is probably a decent chance that a lot of these get updated. Anyways, but it is important to me that I get them in the app now. I want to be able to show them in the app. Even if I change the values, and I'll have time to figure out a creative way to change how I open MPO Sweden. Schedule. How I open it on this one. That's only one course, so we're just gonna rep through this one too. Allied Disc Golf Center. MPO Sweden. What difficulty? 5.0. 0.7 Sweden. I already converted the distances to feet on this one, so we should just be able to run through these. All right, pars. Thank goodness I'm fast on the number keypad, or else this might be unbearable as I immediately start to make typos. Okay. Copy. And FPO is it 0.26? It is. Okay. FPO difficulty, update the pars. And I know some holes share the same distance, but it's just faster for me to just go through all of them than it is to analyze each one. All right, so all is done too. All right, that's a dent in it at least. I'm gonna get this one set up. Well, no, I won't. I'm actually gonna stop, because if I get it set up, I'm just gonna do another one. All right, instead, Let's think about what additional data I might want to track. Should I just go through this view by view? I don't think there's anything I necessarily want to check in this. I don't really want to pull all of these stats. I may not have much actually that I really want to track still. Courses, I'm already tracking adding courses. I don't really need to track deleting courses. We could track Pro Tour courses downloaded to course list. Now that I'm implementing this, add, dismiss. Number of times share button is pressed. Can't really track whether or not people are actually sharing it because that all happens off app, but that really might be about it. I don't really care to track like location-based stuff right now. Anything else? Pars, distances. Distances would be cool to track. Total length of holes played, always in feet. Because I'm already tracking stuff on round submissions. So that would be a pretty easy one to track. What am I? Let's round management. No, it's probably up here. Data logging, log round stats. Pars, bogeys. Should I track total throws? Total length hole played, total throws using C1x. So, yeah. Would be a good one. Oh, let's go back. Round list. User score. Yeah, it would be fun. Total user score. Integer 0 for even. I could calculate it out with the bogeys, double bogeys, but I have like a double bogeys or worse, which is not obviously not the same thing. So it'd be nice to just have that as its own value. That'd be easy to add. Total pars, I don't think. Really just distances would be cool. User hole scores would be cool. Shot data, no. Round grade. I could do round grade. Can I add an integer? Or a double, excuse me. Because if I had total round grade, I could always just do number of rounds played divided by round grade and produce an average grade. Maybe. As long as I can do doubles, it wouldn't be hard to do. Total round grade as double. Okay. I think that's going to be the extent of my list. Excuse me. Yeah. That'll be it. That should be some pretty good, outside of like tracking things like which course it was, locations, and then finding a way to analyze that. That's good enough. So now I think I'm probably going to loop this into my update before launch as well, which I'm intending to launch in 13 days. So ideally I wrap this up within the next 2 days, get it just submitted to Apple and Google for review. That way I have time to address any comments. I shouldn't. Apple's already approved it, and this is going to be minimal. So I expect no issues, but it'd be nice to have it, ready for launch 10 days before instead of pushing it down the wire. But so I'll probably include these in a video. I'm not going to get to them today, I don't think, but implementing the tracking of those additional things, which unfortunately just means, I think, that now we're back to adding courses. So let's do that. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Preserve championship. Preserve championship. MPO. Minnesota. Course name is Airborne Preserve. Call it that. Airborne Preserve. What's my difficulty? 4-2. This was an easier one. Yeah. 4-2. All right. Now for the whole parse. Okay. So we're good there. We got FPO. 0.18. Distances. Okay. Oh, there we go. All right, done with the preserve. This one is the disc. Oh. Discmania Challenge. Course name is Pickard Park. We'll confirm that I'm spelling that right. Pretty straightforward, or it should be, but we'll double check. Pickard Park Gold. We're just gonna leave it as Pickard Park. That's fine. All right. MPO, Iowa. Oh. 4.6. Go to my course pars. All right. And distances. Numbers are starting to move on me. My eyes are getting a little tired of this. Understandably. .24. Yep. All right. Maybe some blue light glasses will help. I realized that my webcam is blocking the bottom part of the spreadsheet. Literally just realized that, but I need it for the space, so sorry about that. There's FPO, just done with the Discmania Challenge. Disc Golf Festival. I know it already happened. It's but it does look like they're having a major next year in the same city. So I'm gonna guess that it's the same course. Could be wrong. But, no, not that one. Not World Championships, European Disc Golf Festival. Talon Festival Songgrounds, is that what it's called? We're just calling it the Rockstar. Okay. Works for me, it's shorter. The Rockstar. In Estonia, I think it's the Talon Song Festival Grounds. I think the city it's in is called Talon. Anywho, 4.2. I know the consensus on tour was that it was a little too easy of a course for the tour. All right, pars. 3. Okay. It does have a 6 starting hole. Okay. I do have my just a general decrease that I'm giving the FPO courses. They're always on an easier layout than the MPO field is generally. Not crazy easy still. I'm giving them ratings that they're harder than I would give the local courses, but Definitely not quite the same. I do think they actually played, and that's, I gave not as much of a decrease to rating as I had previously, but I think it is a one of the more similar layouts was at this tournament in terms of the MPO versus the FPO course. Oh, where'd it go? Come on. All right. I'm sure that's largely just because they didn't have a crazy amount of room to work with. But worth it for that facility. Okay. Dang it. All right, done with the Disc Golf Festival. All right, now we have Ledgestone. And this one, there were 3 different courses played. Eureka Lake, like Sunset Hills or something. So Eureka Lake was only MPO, Sunset Hills was only FPO, and then they both played Northwoods Black. Eureka Lake Temp course, Sunset Hills was FPO only. So we've got to throw 3 different courses in this one, but that's all right. Eureka Lake, MPO. Location is Illinois. Difficulty on the Eureka Lake course, 5.0, 4.7. Okay. Let's get the pars here. Okay. And distances. Okay. There's Eureka Lake. Let's go. I did say Sunset Hills, right? Yeah, Sunset Hills. Okay. And then my difficulty for that was 3.4. Pretty good at guessing those. I did code in the formula, so probably should be decent at guessing them. All right, 4, 3. Okay. And then distances. Illinois, Sunset Hills. Okay. All right. So I don't confuse myself, start pulling stuff off the wrong line. Let's delete those 2. Now we're on to Northwood Black. Is it? Yeah, just singular Northwood Black. And I think I made this one about as hard as it could be. Definitely for the MPO layout. So I think this one got a 5.0. 5.6, yep. As it should be. I think most people would say that's the hardest course in the world. Sounds like maybe the Monster is entering that discussion, but if Northwoods Black isn't I feel like I messed that up. If it's not getting a 5.0 rating, then what is? Okay. I don't think I messed it up, but a little paranoid. NPL, Illinois, Ledgestone Open. All right, distances. I did intend to get this way too long in the video to even say it. I intended to get all this done, obviously, before I filmed this video. My goal was not to do data entry on camera for a few hours, but I guess the goal of these videos is not necessarily entertainment, but just to kind of document everything that is going into putting this app together. And this is a part of that. So, I don't know. 3.84. 3.6, okay. And we're getting there. I'm making progress. I am realizing that all of those distances were exactly the same, so I didn't need to enter those. But happens. Okay. And now we're done with Ledgestone Open. Beautiful. WS Open. It's called Add Idlewild, but the course is Idlewild, so I don't want to type that twice. So we're going to go LWS Open. Course name will be Idlewild. NPO, Kentucky. Also, not necessarily an easy course, but I think one of the easier-ish ones on tour. 4.4. Kind of wooded, but not super long. And it's got to feel, because they're generally coming to it pretty quickly after Northwoods Black, and it's got to feel so much easier after going to Northwoods. All right, and distances. There is Idlewild. Tag in order. Okay. I don't know why I thought I needed to check all those, but I did feel the need to. It's like maybe I had a typo or something. 3.82. No. All right. Oh. 5 distances. They do. I guess it is basically, yeah, they play the exact same hole one. All right, we'll start with hole 2, 509. And these are all based off of the caddy books from the most recent edition of these tournaments. So ideally from this year, caddy books published on PWJ Live or the Pro Tour's website. If the tournament wasn't on the tour this year, then they're from the last year's tournament. All right, there, we're done with Idlewild. Okay, craft, create. Links open. Called the Toboggan. Kensington Toboggan. MPO, Michigan. This is a tougher course. 5.2, 4.8. Yep. Okay. Go to pars. Nope. My Mac's slowly freezing on me. Okay. FPO. 0.28. $419, $538, $507. Okay. Done with that. Get deglow out of there. GMC. Yeah, that's good enough. This should be Brewster Ridge and Fox Run Meadows, I believe. Again, I'll make sure. At the top now? Yep. The course. Which one am I on right now? Brewster Ridge, right? Yeah. Okay. So GMC, Brewster Ridge, MPO. We're in Vermont on these. Difficulty for 8. Yeah. Okay. All right, pars. Does look like these are all exactly the same. So I won't change the pars for the FPO one, which is nice. We'll have to change the distances though. Okay. GMC for Brewster Ridge, FPO. Pars are all exactly the same, so I just need distances. Okay. So there is Brewster Ridge for FPO. Let's get rid of those two. Now, Fox Run Meadows. FPO. And the goal would be to maintain these. 4.7 to keep them somewhat regularly updated, at least with each app update. Once I have them in, I shouldn't need to do that a ton. So it shouldn't take a ton of effort. This is obviously the biggest workload, is just getting them into the app in the first place. But if it's, you know, oh, for Fox Run Meadows this year, they changed 2 holes, updated distances, 1 updated par, that's super quick for me to come change. And this obviously isn't tied to like a server or backend or anything, so the course list would only get updated with app updates, but I'm fine with that. It's not too hard for me to push an update. I can do that with, I can do an update once a month or something. That's minor. FPO. It's got one number that's off. It looks like it's hole 12. And this is a 5 for FPO. And then 333, 434. Yeah, okay. So then I'll just come here and update the distances. First 3 are the same. And then we're 475. Holy cow. All right, clearly I messed this one up. 650, 390. Looks like my, might just be my Mac being slow actually. I don't know if I actually had a typo there. Come on. All right, done with GMC. I wonder, let's we can stop the app right now from running. It's like, I don't know if that's actually part of the issue. I better save that real quick. Maybe I close some of this stuff out too. Could also be ChatGPT actually. Let's go close ChatGPT out. Then, see if this helps me here. All right, so next up we've got MVP Open. That's Maple Hill. Is there a DGC or something on the end of that, or is it just? No, just Maple Hill. Okay. Nice and easy. NPO, we're in Massachusetts. Difficulty wise, 4.7. Oh. All right, let's jump into the pars here. I have been fortunate enough to play Maple Hill as well. It's an absolutely beautiful course. Also, pyramids across the street is also pretty sick. Would absolutely love to go back. 168. Okay, there's Maple Hill for NPO, FPO, oh. Come on. Pars are the exact same except for 18. Which is great. That makes this nice and easy. Distances are going to be different. Okay. And we're done with the MVP Open. I do think ChatGPT was killing my Mac. Winthrop Arena. I was like, it's not just Winthrop. I knew there's something else. Winthrop Arena. MPO. We are in South Carolina? Yes, South Carolina. 4.8. MPO, South Carolina, Winthrop Arena. All right. 4 pars. And distances. Definitely a bucket list course for me to play. Never even been to South Carolina. Or the Carolinas. No, that's not true. I've been to the Carolinas. But not when I knew that disc golf existed as a sport. So, does it even count? Not really. Not really. All right, there's USDGC for MPO. Go away. FPO. And this is, I guess, technically not the U.S. Women's Championship. Throw pink women's disc golf course, also at Winthrop Arena, South Carolina. Different pars. Difficulty 3.6, 3.8. No, one more, 3.9. pars for that. Three, 4, 5. All right. And then distances, first hole's the same. Okay. Done with Winthrop now. Delete those two. This is why I'm not doing the order right now, because Jonesboro is obviously going to happen earlier in the year, but I added it later on this list. Because it wasn't on the schedule for this year, so I had to go find the caddy book after the fact. Anyways, 2024, I think it's just this side of heaven, but we'll verify. Search. Oh, come on. Come on. Open link. Yeah, just this side of heaven. This side of heaven. NPO, Arkansas. All right, difficulty-wise, let's move it up. It is nice having it closer to it. All right. 4.7. Yep. All right, now for the pars. This is one that Jonesboro wasn't on tour this year, so I'm sure that the course is going to change quite a bit. But also easier to just update courses, you know, 2 or 3 at a time as opposed to trying to do them all at once. And obviously a real easy solution to this would be to just pull course data from UDisc, but they technically don't allow that. They don't have an API or anything. Oh, I messed up. 520, 360, 324, 750, 360, 560, 560, 550, 435, 855, 315, 675, 660, 495. Okay. All right. There's Jonesboro for NPO. Now Jonesboro for FPO. Difficulty 2.8. Pars are different, so we'll go through these. Okay. These are all basically the exact same. 750, 360, 560, 535. The same for a little bit. Jonesboro open. Okay. So that's done. Now we've just got a couple of European tournaments left. First up is the Heinola Open. 2025. Yeah, this works. I just need the course name. No, maybe not. Is this one gonna work? It does. Cool. I think I actually kind of already have Kipasuo. Probably not the Pro Tour layout, but I do think that course is already in the global list. A different, one of the more standard layouts. Keep Suo Disc Golf Park. Is there another capital letter in there that I'm missing? Keep Suo Disc Golf Park. Just like that. All right. MPO, it's in Finland. I just do the country abbreviation for courses not in the US. At the moment, maybe I'll change that at some point. But okay, so we're done with that. I need difficulty. That's high null open. 0.52, 4.8. Yep. And parse. And I think this is one that on the Pro Tour Caddy book, the distances are in meters, which makes sense because it's anywhere not named the US. Holy cow, I'm all over the place. But I did already convert them when I added them the first time. So I keep the global course list all in feet just to keep it consistent, but you have the ability in the app to convert everything to meters. Which includes that if you do that, then when you view the global course list, everything will be in meters. But just for the initial file, keep it in feet, just so I know that I can do the conversion on every course. It makes it a little bit more complicated. Definitely doable, but a bit more complicated to code if I've got both units in the list. Makes it really easy to just keep everything the same. All right, FPO 3.2. Ooh, good first guess there. All right, parse, they might be the same, but I already deleted it, so we're gonna go through them. Maybe a couple changes there. 548, 312, 308, 436, 308, 574. 64. 9, 469. Okay. So there is the high null open. And I am on the last tournament. There are still a few tournaments I need to add. I have them in a list, which I will get to them at some point. I think they are all tournaments for next year, though. A lot of which don't have caddy books, just things like World Championships next year. I don't know what the course is going to be for those. I know it's at I think at the Toboggan, so one of the courses would probably be that. I technically already have that with the Great Lakes Open, so I'm literally just now thinking about this, and it wouldn't be hard for me to add after the fact, but should I put a year? I don't need to, but something to think about maybe. All right, Swedish Open, BGPT, Swedish Open. We are NPO Sweden. The course. Whoa. Swedish Open PG. What does it say the course is? That whole thing. Gardens. I shouldn't have even tried to pronounce it. I know I'm not close. Disc Golf Center. Yeah, we're just gonna do that. Okay, done with this. In Sweden, 4.7. Pars. And distances. Okay. On to the last one. FPO. 3, 4. Now one more. Pars are exactly the same. 404. Lots of the distances are the same too, but we'll go through them all. And we're done. Oh, that was tiring. It was indeed. So, this is my Pro Tour Global list. All eventually to be formatted like this, which will take a little bit of time. But not a ton, and then this way it looks a little bit cleaner. I can edit it easier. Let's go to my load course information. We'll do just a little printout, make sure that I'm rolling the way I should be here. 2 courses. Let's do a launch here. This might take a second to build, actually. So we'll see. Ooh, man. I kind of took it out of me there. Update spreadsheet to include new tag values. You can say that's done at this point. Let's save it and close it out. I'm not frozen, am I? Let's Spreadsheet's been updated by season order in their new tab, not alphabetically. I think I already did that. I sorted them by order. Obviously, I haven't filled in the order values yet, but cool. Go through and update order list. Yeah, so that's done. That was a thought. Yeah. Oh, build's already done. There we go. Usually that takes 10 hours to do. Not this time, though. All right, print out my Pro Tour courses. Beautiful. Why is Kensington Toboggan printed last? Bad Rock Creek printed 3 times? Why do I have the Casey White open in there 3 times? I have no idea. I think the middle one is wrong. So let's delete that. Northwest Alley, Preserved, Tasmania, European, Ledgestone, Alluvius, Great Lakes. GMC is 4, Jonesboro, Swedish Open, Pro Tour courses. Yeah, those two got flipped for some reason. Doesn't really matter at the moment. That's something I can troubleshoot later if I want. So what we can do now, though, is let's go first to my add a course view. Add a course. Let me go to that toggle. Down. Flutter switch. Is adding flutter switch is what I want. All right, now let's go to the global courses. I want it to be largely centered like this one is. Just right up here. So we're going to go no, went too far. Here we go. Width, spacer here, const spacer, and then size box width 15. Yeah. I wonder what the width of that is. I think if I do like 55 here. Let's go to button designs, icon primary button, screen width times 0.14. 0.14 plus 15. Can I do that? Whoa. Okay. And then we're not liking the Flutter switch, so I need to go to add a course, grab the right import right there. So I'm trying to add a toggle to the top of my global courses view just to enable value. Let's go var showing tour courses equals false. Showing tour courses equals value. I can mess with those colors later. Active icons, strict. Let's just do a reset first here. See what that gets me. Now let's that appears to be working at the moment. We'll delete that print statement. All right, courses, global. It's centered. Yeah. Okay. Go to my style presets. Think of a color to use here. Yeah, vivid sky. Yeah, like that. Vivid sky. And then let's go to I have a toggle in C1x which enables showing Pro Tour courses instead of just the regular courses. I need ideas for a Flutter native icon to use on this toggle. Kind of like that idea. Public. Take tutorial to mention Pro Tour courses. I don't dislike the globe. I don't know if it's the best. Emoji events is what it's suggesting. Yeah. Too much color? We could do and then let's go active. Yeah, that's fine. Get rid of this. And then this. And try that. So it shouldn't change this. But now it could maybe be improved, but I don't hate it. All right, so we've got a toggle in there. We've got the list updated. And I think I'll probably call it there for today. I've got my list of more data to track. So formatting this list is something that I can do off video. I don't think I'll actually record me doing that. I'm not really going to change anything. I might include me adjusting the order of stuff, order of the tournaments. But next time, hopefully, we're just... so none of those courses are showing yet because I removed them from the global list. They're only on my Pro Tour list. So ideally we'll hit this toggle, we'll fill our new list with some alternative buttons. We'll create a new button design for the Pro Tour courses. Yeah, some stuff to do, but I am enjoying getting back into coding. I was missing this a little bit as I was building up towards launch. Yeah, this is a list of the tournaments I still need to add into it. Big Easy and Queen City are 2 new ones next year. But yeah, so I gotta change that toggle design too. I don't like it. I wonder if I just let's just try flipping those real quick. See if that's any better. Not really. Yeah. Here, hold on just a second.
You said yeah.
I did, I know. That's my fault. I'm done with the video anyways. So we'll be back with global course improvements next time. And yep, we're gonna call it there. So as always, thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.